Good morning. It is 7:51 a.m. on Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. You know, I almost skipped this morning and had my coffee without you because I've been listening to this audio book called The Hollow Land by Jane Cardamom. And oh my goodness, there's no way a person could read this book and enjoy it as much as you could listening to the audio book, because you've got to have all the accents of everybody. About a family from London who goes on vacation up to the Cumbrian Hills, in North England, and all the different people they meet. And it's actually about the little boy from London and a little boy who lives up there in the Cumbrian Hills. But it's not a kid's book. It's, oh my goodness, it's so wonderful and interesting. And it's got, you know, kind of like, it's like somebody telling you legends or something. It's wonderful. Okay, I'm obviously not a book reviewer, but if you like, well, it's The Hollow Land by Jane Cardamom. And if you're an Audible member, audible.com, it is in the Plus catalog until the end of September, so that means you don't have to pay for it. Anyhow, alrighty, so, and I was enjoying listening to it so much I didn't want to stop. But for you, I'll stop. So, this morning I'm going to revisit something that I've done in the past, and it occurred to me, well, if you didn't know about me in the past, then you might not have known about this. And it is using cardamom in your coffee. Cardamom, which is a spice used in places like India and in that part of the world. So this is what I'm going to do. I've got some Fairlife 2%, which is reduced fat milk left. Now this is my rule for milk. This is cow's milk. See the cow? When you open milk, if it doesn't immediately knock you back with a foul odor, it's good to use. With milk, with cow's milk, you should not have to go, oh, is this good? Do you think this is good? What do you think? No. If it's not good, it will immediately hit you. So that's one nice thing, where you don't need to worry about, oh my goodness, am I going to have enough here? Oh gosh, it just barely goes up to the minimum mark. I have to go and get some more milk today. Okay, now, first of all, cardamom, right? This is what cardamom pods look like. You know what? Let me pick this phone up here and turn it around. Okay, these are cardamom pods, and inside are little tiny seeds, okay? Now, you can buy ground cardamom, okay? Now, I'm not going to open up the pods right now. I've done that in the past, and what happens is I opened them up and then got the little teeny tiny black seeds out, and I tried to crush them. I figured I could do it with the blade of a knife or something, flat blade, and they went ping, 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 like ping pong balls flying all over. So I prefer to use ground cardamom. Now, here's the thing about ground cardamom that's interesting. Some ground cardamom is just the seed, those little seeds ground up. Some is the whole thing, everything ground up. I have read that some of it can be toasted first, and some of it's just from the dried seed pods. I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay. Apparently, this is also used in Scandinavian dishes. Isn't that interesting? Alexa, Where is cardamom grown?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, cardamom is native to southern India, but today is also grown in Sri Lanka, Guatemala, and Tanzania.
Oh, so it's native to India, but today it's also grown in Guatemala, Sri Lanka, and Tanzania. How about that? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to put a few, 1, 2, 3 shakes of cardamom in here. And I'm going to turn the milk frother on to a hot, thick froth. Okay, now, oh, interesting. I've got Stockholm Lungo here. So we're good with Scandinavia, right? And this is what I have found cardamom to do with coffee. It almost gives it, you know, the taste of a candy apple, the old-fashioned candy apples with the hard, shiny red candy coating on them. I don't know what they put in that, if it's maybe cinnamon or I don't think it's cardamom. Cardamom's expensive. But like I think that this probably costs, I don't know, $10 or something. At least that was back a couple years ago. Well, anyway, so yeah, I don't think that like back in 1950s New York, when I would get candy apples around Halloween and Christmas time, that somebody was putting cardamom in the coating. They probably never heard of cardamom. Anyhow, so it adds a sweetness and a sort of candy apple kind of flavor to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I will extract the coffee here as soon as the machine is ready. Blink, 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 blink. Come on, machine, heat up. Okay, it ought to heat up here any second. You know, some mornings it just comes on with a few blinks, and this morning, it's ready now. Lungo. Okay. So, you know what? I hate to say it, but I think that fall really is on the way. Oh, gosh. Now, down in Valdosta, Georgia, this time of year, it still stayed pretty darn hot. But the mornings here are now getting into the high 50s and the low 60s. So, yeah, I think that fall is on the way. Okay, so here's my lungo. And look at that. When this started off, it was just almost to this line. And look at it now. Woo! Now, you know what? I've never tried the cardamom in cow's milk, so we'll have to see how this is. Isn't that lovely? Oh, honestly, the experience it just adds, you know, how things look, how things smell. It adds to the whole drinking coffee experience, doesn't it? I think it does. Okay, so we get, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You know what? Well, that's very hot. That's very hot. I don't want to burn my tongue. Well, I'm going to try it like this first. It's hot. Oh, I better be careful because I'm going out later for coffee with a friend. So I don't want to go with a burned tongue. Okay, let me give it a stir here. And you know what? I think think I'd like it a little bit lighter. There we go. And I'll give that a stir. We'll put some froth on top. This is fun. And you know what has to go on this now? I mean, let's see, where can I put this so you can see it? There we go. Needs to have a little cardamom sprinkled on the top, doesn't it? Okay. And one of the reasons that it's nice to do this is the same reason that when you're putting cinnamon in coffee, that you sprinkle it on the top, because when you bring it up to your face and you inhale, you're getting the aroma. Even if you inhale through your mouth only, you're getting the aroma of the cinnamon or the cardamom or whatever it was that you sprinkled on top that's aromatic. Now, I would recommend that if you sprinkle cinnamon on top of your coffee or even cardamom, whether you've got milk froth on it or not, don't sniff through your, or don't inhale through your mouth, because the cinnamon and the cardamom do not dissolve into the coffee. They mix with it, but they remain like particles in the solution, okay? And some of it will float on top. I have had this happen. I had this happen with cinnamon. I sprinkled a bunch on my coffee and I went, you know, and I had the cup really close to my mouth. Oh my gosh, a bunch of that cinnamon left the top layer of the cup and went right down my throat. And let me tell you something. You cough like you never coughed before when you've got a throat full of cinnamon powder. Oh my goodness. So I learned then, sniff gently with the nose. So, okay, my spoon, oh, I'm getting all messy here. Alrighty, I'm just going to taste this. It's just a very interesting flavor. And when I bought it, I had no idea what it was going to taste like. But I figured if it was used in such a wide variety of countries, I mean, you know, India and Scandinavia, that, you know, maybe there was something to it. Maybe it was good. Okay. It just it has a really, it's an unusual flavor. So here, I told you about a book that I cannot convey to you what the book is like, The Hollow Land. And now I'm telling you about a spice to use in your coffee that I cannot convey to you what it's like. Oh my gosh. I wish, you know, I once saw this show on TV. They were cooking things. This was, oh golly, years and years ago. I mean, like probably the 1960s or something. And they said they wished that instead of television, it was smell-o-vision. I wish that you could smell this lovely aroma and taste this with me. Well, anyway, so that's something that you can do with your coffee, your espresso, your lungo, and whatever type you use. And it doesn't have to be with the frothed milk, okay? It can be just even a regular cup, even black. So look, I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna let this cool off just a little bit more because it is pretty darn hot. This milk frother makes it real hot, and of course it comes out nice and hot out of the my Nespresso Pixie, so I don't want to be burning my tongue. Okay, well, I will talk to you later. Okay?